Yo, my people, what up, what up? Welcome to the Let's Excel show. Yes, I'm here with my boy right here, TPLS Ziggy, my dog. Bless. Yo, pleasure to have you out here, bro. Cheers, man.
Thank you for having me,
of course,
bro.
Of course, bro. Yeah, man. We talked about doing this shit, man, and I'm happy that we were able to make this happen. I was like, yo, let's fucking talk about it, bro. So yeah, man. Like, let me just start off with the podcast with the little message statement for us, you know. So it's welcome to the Let's Excel show, a platform for our people where we strive to excel. And I see that's the type of shit you on.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
Man, we out here.
I appreciate that for real, for you peeping that.
Nah, for sure, absolutely,
I'm just trying
to
be me out here. That's all.
That's all you can be, bro. Do. That's what matters the most, bro. Yeah. Stay true to you, and then you work for shit. You stay motivated, stay hungry, and you manifest that shit at the end of the shit.
Ends up working his way out, right?
For sure, man. Yeah. Especially in these streets where they should try to suck the life out of you, bro.
Yeah, you saying these streets is crazy because your podcast is located in the Bronx, hidden location, the Bronx. Which honestly, I was born and raised in the Bronx, so that's a beautiful thing, man. You guys is doing. I'm pretty sure there's other people doing it, but it's a beautiful thing for at least us to have a platform in the Bronx.
Yo, man, thank you.
A lot of platforms are coming up, and now a lot of other boroughs been had them. So thank you guys for that. Appreciate
it. Like that's actually a thing that Steve stressed about it. That none of our people's really doing shit like this.
You gotta shout out Steve though behind the camera,
bro. You already know he gets love. He gets too much love. That guy
keep it rolling.
But he does this shit. I'm catching up to him. He's bringing me along to this shit because he's everybody always talks about the setup. I'm here yeah, man, that's him. I just sit and talk. I'm I just sit and talk and I was yeah, go ahead, keep doing the dope shit. I'll just be out here with the smiles and giggles and shit. But yo, man, talk to me about it, man. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm in a good space, creatively, life in general. It's been a blessing, just taking things a day at a time, but also space how far I've come. It's all a blessing.
Absolutely, bro. That's fucking dope. What type of space have you been growing in? I've actually been to one of your concerts. My man Ziggy right here, he's an artist. What type of genre you doing mostly?
I wouldn't categorize myself in the genre.
Fair enough.
But
you're just an artist.
I do love doing how would I say a mixture of, because it's weird. You've been out to the shows, right?
For sure.
When I get to create music, I'll just create the music how I feel, but I love to perform it acoustically.
Yeah.
So it's an acoustic version exists of every song I create. Whether I'm doing trap, whether I'm rapping, whether it's a EDM, whether it's a dancehall, there's an acoustic version to it. So that's why it's so hard for me to put it in the category.
Oh, nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I was oh, my bad, you're right. You're an artist. If it's you go and you dive into all these realms, it's you're just doing you, whatever makes you feel good.
Yeah, bro.
So that's what's up. So that shit is dope though, acoustic shit, because that shit kind of hits different. The slow
it brings life. I mean, every song has life, but what I tapped into is that it brings life into the song that you have that people can replay. It gives them a different feel. I guess that comes from playing piano, bro. I've been playing since I was 11.
Nah, that's what's up. So
that's actually how I started writing music. Facts.
So do you think, because you went and you was on the piano, fucking up the keys and shit, is it that you inspired you to make music, or did you have an inspiration? What was the artist that inspired you to probably be you know what, I could do something along those lines too, that I could make something like this?
No cap, it was Michael Jackson, bro. And I know it's cliche because a lot of people say that, but it was definitely nowadays. I feel people be Michael Jackson. Nah, I used to I used to impersonate that guy, bro. I used to really sing his songs and dance like him.
That shit
I
must
don't
have
dance no
been
more.
fire.
You'll never catch me busting that move. I dance bachata, merengue, slight dance hall, but not like Michael Jackson, not like I used to when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Because you was in it, right? Like you was in that zone.
I would say him because it's like my parents put me into classes when I was young for playing music. So I started off with piano. I remember my dad took me into a Radio Shack. Right? You don't see those nowadays, do you?
That shit.
A radio. Exactly. It was a Radio Shack,
R.I.P.
bro.
Radio
R.I.P.
Shacks.
That was the go-to before, shout out Best Buy because they holding it down right now. But,
cornered the market, dumb and Amazon.
but, shout out Dumb, shout out, everybody holding it down. But back then it was Radio Shack. We went into that. And, my pops was probably copping like some batteries or something. I forgot what he went into. I was a kid. Mm-hmm. But I remember like going into a section where there was like instruments and I saw a piano and I was fucking with it. And he was just like, my fault, can I curse in this?
Yeah, do your thing, boy.
All right. I'm highly educated, but I'm from the Bronx.
We're in here. That's our space. Like we all talk this shit.
Basically, like we went in there, bro, saw the piano, started playing with it and I fell in love with that instrument. He noticed that day. He copped it, went home with it. And then he see me really playing with it. And he's like, let's put him into classes. My mom, boom. So I did like a year. It wasn't a lot. Did a year. And then in middle school, I did like more in school with with my teacher there. But
still with the piano though?
With the piano.
Oh, that's different.
Moved. Me and you had a separate conversation. You say you play saxophone.
Yeah.
Moved into the saxophone. I started playing alto sax. Just wanted to, I was trying to figure it out. Like, what the fuck do I really want to do? And look, fast forward years later, I'm still on piano. But in general, like, I used to, like, love going back to the Michael Jackson stuff. Like, his tracks, like, it was something about, like the vibes that I was like, I fuck with this. As a kid, and I was like, yeah, I could do this as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And kind of did it a little too much because then I started like dancing like the nigga. I'm like, that's not me. But, you know what I'm saying? But I figured that out afterwards. After, all the embarrassing stories of like, damn, I used to like, my parents used to put me to dance in front of my family, bro. That's how it was, bro. I used to be like, do the thing with the... And
go out there and be somebody.
I used to get a bandana and tie on my leg, bro. I used to tie on my leg and I used to be like, Jamon! Jamon! Wow,
there's nothing embarrassing about impersonating Michael Jackson when it comes to like the moves. Those moves are epic to this day.
It's hilarious, to be honest, for me, because I know, like, it's epic, it's fire, but it's me doing it. Like, I don't...
and you're like,
But yeah, bro, like, it was something about the style of music that I knew. And then like I remember like in my old, growing up house setup, the way that the living room was set up, we had speakers in the living room. We had 2 floors.
Okay.
So we'll be downstairs and I'll be sitting on the window. The speaker was located next to so I used to jam out. And I remember like I forced my dad to buy me, I forgot the name, it might have been Rock Your World. But it was the one that had that song in it, You Rock My World.
Oh, Invincible.
Huh?
That was the name of the album, right? You're talking about the album?
Yeah. Is that the one that Rock My World, you did, and everything, that shit.
Yeah, where Chris Tucker was in it.
Yeah, that shit. So that, like, I convinced them, and I used to play it and sit down by the window and just sing that shit. And then I remember my brother one day came up to me, he's like, yo, bro, that shit sound good. I like, you could do it too. But I didn't understand that I was just more musically inclined as a kid. Like, there is such thing. Like, people get this shit confused that you're born with it. Or, like, I feel like there's levels to things. And some people are born at a different level.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying?
I see it. But the thing is, because there's always that shit that is, like, talent and hard work and stuff, Like, hard work beats talent. But talent doesn't put the hard work in.
Like, let's say you're born on a certain level. You work on that, and you're not going to be there. You're just going to continue to go up.
To keep elevating. You keep elevating. Because people like that, like absolutely. Because, like, they just can't help it. If they're musically inclined, they'll tap on some shit, like, not knowing that they're doing some dope shit, just tapping.
Yeah, bro.
Or just like a dancer and shit, they could just go.
Or even like people that do art within like painting, you know what I'm saying, or drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll start off doing something, and like as a kid, it's crazy because we're adults here. So it's like you see a kid doing something like that, and you never know what that kid is gonna grow up to passionately drive themselves to follow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like what does their heart lead them to?
Yeah, because
Do besides the 9 to 5s and all that, sometimes you need that hustle as well.
you need that hustle so that you can fund the dream.
Exactly.
So that's the kind of shit that you need to do. Like you gotta go, you gotta eat that shit, bite the bullet, make that shit work for you, and then you can end up in this space that you go, you doing shit that you love, and you put that consistency, put that work in.
Yeah.
Nobody can fuck with you.
Oh, I mean that's nice.
It is though. Like you'll be undeniable though.
Nobody can fuck with you, Paul. Like I fuck with that.
Yeah, because it's like the thing is like, yo, when you put something out that it's like, yo, you know, you're gonna always have people like you're not gonna always be 100% liked. That's just life.
Yeah, that's
you
part
know
of it.
Exactly. So it's like, but if you put something out there that it's just like fucking undeniable, like that's some shit that is just like, you know, that's gifted shit. Like fucking people who fucking hate Kanye and shit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker puts out a track out there and then people be like, this shit's fire. Like, you know, they go, they're like, nah, this is some shit right here. And go, yo, I can't stand up maybe the fucking personality, but the artist in them, like, undeniable. So yeah, man.
That's a fact, bro.
Exactly. So yeah, man, like I seen you perform at Bronxlandia.
Yeah. I was doing like
that was in
spins on my head.
Yeah, that was all that shit. You was I was like, yo, you breakdancing too? I said, we getting a show out here. I was like, damn, Showtime would be jealous on the train watching all this shit.
Crazy.
So nah, man, like that was a good ass time, bro. Like I'm glad you told me about your performance because I pulled up and I was just like, yo, let me see what my boy's about. Let's see what's going on here.
I appreciate you coming out. You know what's crazy? That was my first show in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm. I remember you telling me that.
Well, basically, like, I'm in an indie label. Shout out my label, TPLS. Got them right here with me. You guys can't see them all. You know, they mobbing. They're like 40 deep.
in this safe space. It's a safe space.
They're my family. We started this from the ground up, TPLS. But we sold out proudly, and it's still like to this day when I say it, it just hit different. We sold out multiple venues, sold out, and
congratulations, bro.
I appreciate that, bro. For real, like the Bronx though is where I was born and raised, and I live even today. I love the Bronx. It's part of my culture. It's part of my DNA. And growing up in the Bronx and just being a part of it, we never had that platform like you guys created with this. Well, artists like me can go out and express what the Bronx has to carry. Like what let's take away the Bronx word. What your neighborhood, what your growing up, your upbringing has to carry. And me growing up in the Bronx, I never performed in the Bronx. You went to my first performance in the Bronx.
I did that.
And we sold that one out as well.
That shit was dope.
Which is crazy.
Everything, the whole thing that everybody was doing.
And we knew each other, but you know, like you're a very positive guy. Love the
Appreciate
energy,
that
bro.
Shit. I think
I feed off positivity.
I try.
To be honest. You don't gotta try, but it's a part of you.
Yeah, that shit is.
But
it's dope.
I already knew off rip. I was like, you know, you always telling me what I'm up to. I'm gonna show you a couple of my tracks. Was it? Yeah, I show you tracks. And you say, this should sound good. And it's crazy because you probably get a lot of approaches like, I do music. I used to get that a lot, nigga.
I can tell you a story.
You know what I'm saying? And like even like where my music is at now, I've been making music since I was like just recording it when I was 14. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up.
I started recording myself at 14. So it's like even having people approach me nowadays, I still don't be too hard on them because it's like you got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
With me, like I see it and I'm like, yeah, my music is not where it was at before. So everything you came into for that show was something that was built upon, like building blocks. It's beautiful that you were part of that.
Nah, I appreciate that. Nah, the consistency, like I said, like you said, like just staying headstrong, wanting what you want, you know, and not letting that shit get denied. Like if you keep on pushing like that, yo, you're gonna keep doing good things for you and your people.
That's the goal. That's the crazy thing. Like that's really the goal, bro. Like what I really want is just to build more. Word, you didn't even ask me that, dog.
Hold on a second, I had that shit. I got all this shit. I got all that shit on the holster, bro. But bow. All right, yo, cat. What's TPLS stand for, bro? Talk about it.
You said cat. I think he's gonna say Kakarot.
You know all my DBZ shit. I'm one of the only people that like, yo, I really quit watching DBZ like midway, and I was like, que se jode. You know what it was? Like, yo, shock value. Look at them eyes. Nah. So what happened was like I was watching, judgment, fuck you, shame. Like if
how could you?
Yo, I was watching DBZ like at a point in time when like motherfucking Goku was dead and he was running in the back of that damn dragon for like ages and shit.
I remember that saga. He's like, damn, everybody getting busy. And this nigga still on Snake Road.
My man still like, jogging that shit out, bro. I said, yo, que se joda con esto, yo.
Mad episodes and he's still on. And happy as shit, like everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Everybody's suffering. This nigga.
I was like, yo, fuck this guy. And I was like, yo, that's when I quit and I gave up. But apparently, I fucked up.
That's not your fault.
I fucked up. It is what it is.
It happens.
Yo, but TPLS, what that motto for you be?
I like how you say what that beat. It's not a gang, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I said what that motto,
bro. Yeah, free slime, free thugger. It's not a gang. It's
just a phrase, right? It's a phrase.
Nah, that's more than that.
Okay.
So TPLS it's a lot of things. From what I could like give you right now, it's like it's definitely a family. We're very family orientated. It's also a movement. And it's also, I would say, not only a growing community, but it's also a learning community. We learn off each other. So it stands for the perfect lifestyle, TPLS. And I guess what you could say, what we say is, the motto we live by is like, what's perfect to you might not be perfect to me.
Yep.
But what matters is that it's perfect to you. As long as it's something positive, it's something that's getting you to a place of growing, learning, then that's what we live by. And being a part of a community, you know, that we can all do this together.
For sure.
That's what TPLS is. So like when you think about it, yeah, we do fashion. We have our brand, a lot of things coming out. Shout out to Brian, TPLS Brian, coming out with something special soon. I ain't gonna throw it all out there.
Blink, blink.
He's getting busy with that. We got Misa, TPLS Misa, my manager, but also an artist. He's here with me in the back. Also into fashion. And he's also an artist. He's somebody that also like is proof of what TPLS is, that you can do whatever your heart, desires, as long as you passionately follow it. Like it doesn't. You could be a manager. You could be this. As long as you love what you're doing and it's a beautiful thing, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's not hurting nobody.
We got Graf also in the back. He does videography. He does shit. He does way more than that, bro. He does just everything, bro. I always fuck up. Graf. What was it? Graphic designing. That's graphic design. Fashion. He designed like where the bandana. We brought you a bandana.
Got a bandana.
Where's it at?
Right here in my pocket. This shit's dope.
So, Brian, who was the man? The other guy, the one that you tagged up with.
His name is Drew.
Wanna hold it?
Drew.
Yeah,
And
Andrew is my boy Kenny's cousin. He lives in DR.
That's dope.
and shout out to Drew. Facts.
Came up with
I appreciate the gift, bro. Thank you.
But also a lot of it is also Graf. Besides Drew, like the actual basic. Well, I wouldn't say basic. I love the fonts on the TPLS. That was Graf right there. He does a lot of like of everything. Anything that has to be with visuals and more is Graf. So I guess like going back to what I'm telling you, it's just a creative space. Me personally, right now, like I'm working on I wouldn't say a 9 to 5. It's an 8 to 4. It's close though. Let's just rock with 9 to 5.
Yo.
Sound good. It sound like everybody else. Like,
It sound like a song, right?
Like 9 to 5. I work 9 to 5. Like,
where that track at? Go ahead, spit them shits right there.
but yeah, so like I'm working 9 to 5, and like that's what I do on my off time to fuel what I got going on my team. But in general, it's still all cohesive. It's a blessing, and that's what TPLS is, bro. It's all that in one pot. There's really no holster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no cap on it. So like, piggybacking off of that, because you said is different for everybody. What is the perfect lifestyle for you? What would be the perfect lifestyle for you?
For me, I guess just growing. I feel like basically for me, knowing like my life and what I've been through, if there's anything I learned, is that this body, what we live in right now, is all a long moment. And for me, TPLS would be for me to create as much moments within mine. That's TPLS for me personally. Whether it's spending time with my mom, whether it's spending time with you right here, right now, and Steve, shout out to you in the back. You got the second shout out. You like that too? Hey, we got 2.
Damn, that's it. You reached the quota on Steve shout outs.
I got to shout him out to the point you got to start putting how many times you get shout out.
That shit gonna be the buzz. It'll be like, burn, 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 burn. Shout out, Steve. Shout out, Steve.
Spending time with my family, which is TPLS. Shout out my fams in the back. And creating. Like, the thing with creating, like, music for me, it's not like I'm trying to be cool. Like, that shit is... When I was younger, I had that mentality. You growing up, you don't know what you growing up. You know what I'm saying? You figuring it out. Like, I'm supposed to pop right now, nigga. I'm lit. Like, I was like that. And then I started figuring out, like, I knew I loved what I did, but getting comfortable in your skin is a crazy experience. And with me, like, being in that, we was talking about, like, where we at with things right now, being in that space, like, also TPLS meaning for me is, like, being so comfortable with myself, creating for me is beyond music. It's just, like, I make beats as well. All that is beautiful to me. And it's something that, this year, right, fellas? Rolling now, I'm trying to drop shit because it'll be so selfish of me to, like, going back to, like, what I believe TPLS is to me, to create and not leave those moments behind.
Nah, that's dope.
We don't all stay forever. Maybe I don't know what the greater beyond has in store for us, but we definitely can leave. We can leave marks, and that's on us how we want to do it.
Yeah. You want to leave a positive impact on shit. Like, I actually learned about that yesterday, which is oddly enough. Like, every day, like on TikTok, and then I share it on IG, put it on my story.
Yeah.
I just like to say kind words to people. Just go say things. And it's just like, whatever. I feel that. I go, yo, like, I could be walking to work. I'm like, yo, I'm dragging right now. I go, but you know what? Like, dragging right now, is going to lead to something better in the long run for, like, the things I got that I'm trying to do for me and my people.
Yeah.
I go, so this like bullshit that I'm dealing with right now is all worth it. I was like, yo, y'all could do it too.
You really tapped into that yesterday?
The thing is, not that. I tapped, like, it kind of like hit a nerve because it was like homegirl of mine. Like I said, I went to, like, a party, like 1 or 2 parties and shit.
Yeah.
And she goes and she's like, hey, yo, I watched your story and I was having a bad day. And I heard your words and that shit lifted me up.
Yeah.
She said, yo, like, I go and I was like, yo, like, if you're having a bad day, it's okay. But, like, try to do something else to, like, make it better for yourself. I was like, it doesn't, like, yo, you could watch your favorite TV show. You could do something that could, like, just put a smile on your face. That changes everything. A smile changes everything. A good thought changes everything. And she goes and she's like, yeah, like, I go and she was like, yeah, fuck it. Like, yo, he boosted me up. You boosted me up, X. I appreciate
Yeah.
you. And I was like, that shit hit the nerve. And I was like, yo, like, just one person making them feel good. It could have like that shit could have been seen by like 100 people
And it's
or
like what you said.
one person.
A good thought changes everything.
Yeah, like you just want to be like, in a good light. Like, and not trying to say that I'm in a good light all the time.
No, we're humans.
Exactly.
We go life in general, bro. If you're living right now, then you know exactly what I mean. You go through ups and downs, bro.
Exactly.
You know.
But I make sure that my downs will stay my downs. Like that shit is not gonna get spread to everybody else. Like I'll go, like if I have a bad moment, I'll laugh about my bad moments because it's funny to me. I go, yo, I'm dealing with some shit. You want to hear the shit I'm dealing with? Look at hear this shit out. I go, yo, and then I want people to laugh about it because I'm like, yo, am I bugging that this shit is crazy? And then people go like, yo, go enjoy it. I'm like, they'll go like, yo, you're a fucking idiot. I go, yeah. I go, that's what it is, but it's good. I enjoy that shit. Like, let's keep it moving. Like, yo, that put a smile on your face. Like somebody else's misery is somebody else's laughter. We always see that shit in movies. Somebody getting their dick punched and shit. They getting their balls punched. That shit is funny to somebody else and shit. So that's the kind of stuff that it kind of like.
To somebody else. That's key word right there.
Huh?
That shit would hurt.
Yo, bro. Like that shit. Do you get the delayed reaction when you get hit, or do you like instantly crumble?
I mean, I don't get hit often. You make it sound like a sport. Like this shit is crazy. Like you're like, yo, when it happens to you, like what happens to you?
That shit happens though. Like usually like when that shit were to happen to me, I'll go and I'm like, oh damn.
My son is getting hit. What would you call that? Like sport? Like what would you call that sport? Cause that's what you in right now.
What, nut shot? Nut shot. So yo, in nut shot. Nah, son, like nah, but that shit always goes like I always have delayed reaction. I'm like, word, that shit happened though.
For me,
and then,
from the time, it's probably been 2 times in my life, and I'm a whole adult. Like from the time that has happened, bro, I definitely just drop, nigga. Like
instant.
That is like getting shot point blank.
You ain't wrong about that shit, man.
Yeah.
You ain't wrong. So like, out of all the songs that you made, we'll talk about that shit, and we'll talk about how like what type of like inspiration you have for a song, what type of mood you were in, what type of like creative space you were in, like during like all the songs that you made, like the songs.
Like a bop.
All right, we could do that shit.
That sounds like a bop.
We're gonna do that shit in the next segment of the Let's Excel show. You out here?
Yes, sir.
TPLS Ziggy. We right back at it after this, y'all.
That's a fact.
Yo, guys, welcome to the Let's Excel show again. We back out of here. TPLS Ziggy.
Man.
You already know I'm Excel Lopez.
Back here, man.
And
TPLS Ziggy. I'm out here with your boy, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, bro.
Yes, sir. Excel. What's up?
Yo, bro. So talk to me. Talk to me about you as an artist. Like, so when was it the first time that you like? When was like you first started recording? Like you first started recording like your own music?
14. I was 14 years old. I was a sophomore, I think, or freshman year.
Was that like when you was doing? Were you rapping or were you singing R&B?
I started rapping.
You started rapping?
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. I got a couple of tracks out there, mostly singing. I'll outbar anybody you know though. That's a fact.
You what?
I'll outbar, like bar for bar.
Oh yeah,
That's just part of my past. You can figure it out. That's a fact. But I started rapping because like growing up, I grew up in Highbridge and like, you know, in the BX. Growing up in my time in the 90s, I grew up basically exposed to hip hop. And being exposed to that genre and also like my neighborhood, being light skinned, man, it's harder than what you think. A lot of people like, yeah, you light skinned, bro. You got it easy.
They think it's an advantage.
Imagine you being the light skinned king around where you live. That's crazy, bro. Like people look at you the most light skinned dude and or girl, whoever. And I'm just like, they just like anything you do, especially around that time, they'll be like, that's some light skin shit. Like that shit been around forever. You know what I'm saying?
That's a part of the culture.
To around that time, I always loved to sing. be like, yo, bro, I kind of want to do like a R&B. Niggas just look at you like, this nigga soft. This some light skin shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga, it had to be the light skin king. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had to be you.
You say, yo, bro, he fit the description.
Like a glove.
He goes,
You know
yo,
what I'm
son,
saying?
he
Like
want to
that.
sing. He don't want to say some shit.
Look at you. I knew
That
you
shit,
was like from the moment I saw you, I knew you sing, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. But like, so I started rapping for two reasons. Mainly because of that, because how people usually see you when you're in my description or my upbringing. And it's like, that's number one. Then number two was out of sport. You know, I grew up around a lot of people that do it for sport. You know, I got friends to this day that they haven't recorded a track because they don't have the time or they don't want to. I run a studio as well. I give them the platform, but you know, people don't. But they nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't find the time, but they nice. So it's like, damn, bro, we'll be rapping. Like, I throw a beat on right now. Like, let's go. Let's have fun. Just like how you guys are. Like, what was the motto again? For Excel?
Oh, a platform for our people where we strive to excel.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, yo.
So you feel me? Like,
feel
you
that.
leave the platform and you leave it there, and whoever jumps in is a go.
Yeah.
So, like, with me, like, I grew up with that sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's there already. Whoever could jump in. And I'm not saying I won every battle. I didn't have some trash ass bars when I was growing up, but it's different now. it's
You
different.
got some shit for people?
Not yet. Like, within the rapping shit, I don't know. I don't got time for that. As if, like, I got time for it, but I don't have time to sit down and be like, I'm about to come out with a whole album, nigga, dedicated to rappers. Like, I don't got
Real rap
like,
raw.
Like, I don't got no beef with nobody. I ain't trying to, like, I'm just creating. Like, I got songs that I'm gonna create. I know for sure that I rap. I got a couple of songs on my upcoming tape coming out that I'm rapping.
Okay,
you know
dope.
what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I started with that. I always sang my whole life. Like I was telling you about the whole Michael Jackson thing. I had one of my friends tell me, TPLS 7, shout out to 7. He ain't here right now, but 7, he's a label mate. They won't know with me. And growing up with him, he rapped. And like rapping with him, I remember like I used to love singing. He know me. I know him since I was 4 years old. I remember I was eating a sandwich one day in his crib. And one thing, if you know me, if I like a song, I'm going to sing it. I'm going to sing it with it, like while I hear it. So I'm like singing this song. What song was it? It's gonna be crazy if I can remember this shit because this is a very pivotal moment in my life.
That's a good trauma right there.
Yeah, so you hardly get those, right? Like, damn, that was a great trauma.
Good fucking
Awesome trauma.
So who was the artist? Maybe like that could jar your memory. Who was the artist?
It was an R&B song. See,
maybe I can
Trey
help.
Songz probably. Trey Songz
Was it a commercial song or something? You gotta dive into
because
the
I
album.
dabbled into everything. I think it was Trey Songz. I think it was I forgot what song it was, but it was definitely a R&B Trey Songz track, right? So I was singing it, and that wasn't even out around when my boy put the battery in my back. My son had braids, facts.
He got some- he
Can't
got
help
some-
but wait, a son like that. It
Got
was,
some good karaoke songs.
it was
Mr.
one
Trey
of those
Songz.
throwback shits, and like my man's just like, I'm eating a sandwich from the deli. Shout out Bronx Deli, we do it the best. So
I beg to differ. My ox do it better.
You beg different?
My ox do it different. Yeah,
Oh, I thought you said you beg different, like Bronx don't.
beg different.
No, I'm saying like the Bronx don't do it.
I said I beg to differ.
Yeah,
I was
that's so mean.
That would be dope, right? If you have like a deli contest with their sandwiches and shit, that'd be kind of dope, right? Huh?
Like they started doing that, right?
We gotta make that shit happen. We gotta put that shit off of them.
We gotta put them on video.
Like yo,
versus.
make your fucking sandwich right. Make my chopped cheese right. Everybody make a chopped
And then you
cheese.
hear the
Like,
guy
let's just
go-
make a universal chopped cheese day.
And then you hear that one person go, sure.
All right, that's it. Mental note, got it.
Yeah. Facts. I lost.
No, we lost. Yeah, no. So, what was the song? Yeah, who was the song that kind of like put it?
There you
like,
go. Go back to the deli
Origin, yeah.
origins. There you go. I was gonna say. I don't know what I was gonna say, but yeah. So, I was eating a sandwich, and homie's like, I'm singing, and he's like, yo. He taps me, and I'm dead ass. He's like, yo, do that shit again. I'm like, nigga, I'm eating a sandwich. What the fuck are you talking about? Do that shit again. And he was like, yo, you singing. And like the part of me that really never exposed that to anybody that like to sing. Like, niggas knew I played piano. Niggas knew that I rap. Nobody really knew that I was singing. It was like, I don't want to show this nigga shit. It was on that type of time. I was like, nigga, I'm eating a sandwich. And he's like, nah, I heard you. Show me. Sing, like what you hearing. What are you hearing? Sing it. And I started singing whatever song. I know it was a Trey song, John. And I'm like, all right. So he's like, yo, that shit's on fire. And me and him at the time started recording already.
Okay.
So I'm like, I started rapping. He's like, yo, you should do a verse or a hook singing. And then I started singing off of that, off of like, I trust him with that time. I'm like, all right, so let's give it a shot. And it's definitely been different for me since. Because the thing about like singing, it's like, I feel like the reason I started rapping is because it's so easy to blend in. You could be a nice ass rapper, period. There's God-given rappers where it's like God tier. But when it comes down to like I said about my upbringing, it was so easy to blend in. Like back then, singing wasn't seen like, it was seen like, then this nigga's soft. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got all the girls, niggas start hating on you. It's crazy, bro. Like growing up around that time is different. But yeah, like he was the one that helped me tapped into like, it's an eye to do this shit.
That's what's up.
And you're doing it in a different way. When he told me that, he's like, yo, you sound different. It sounds different. And so cliche, but being the artist that I am today, so comfortable within my skin and what I could produce, I am different.
That's what's up.
It's crazy though. You know what makes me different? It's so simple as me. You, comfortable in your skin, what you do.
Yeah.
And you do it with love.
Yeah.
When I hear myself, I'm not trying to be like nobody else. It's fire, bro. It's crazy because I be hearing my own tracks. I'm like, this shit, heck. Like, that's when you start realizing that you're like, damn, this shit really is different. When you're not looking into like, oh, it's me doing it. Try to put yourself outside of your shoes and just hear your shit back. It'll hit different, for real. Whether it's good or bad, my shit's fire.
For sure.
I ain't gonna lie, though. I worked to it, though. It wasn't always fire.
You put the fuck, yeah, because you put, like, that, son,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
hear that shit. It's a thing just kind of like, yo, if you were to see the progression of this shit, like, this was not this when we started.
My point,
Like,
yeah.
this was not this. This was legit a lavalier thing, a lavalier mic connected to two people on an iPhone.
You guys had those for
That's
real?
how it was. That's the start.
Those are fire, by the way.
It's good. It's good. Very good
Those are
quality.
fire.
Very good quality. And
Yeah.
but it was just that table, chairs. Matter of fact, it was living room before all this shit.
Yeah, y'all was
upstairs.
I was upstairs in a secret location.
Yeah, upstairs in the secret location. 83 longitude,
Oh,
95
Steve, you gotta
latitude.
put that in the shout out, Steve.
95
Bing, bing,
latitude.
bing, bing, bing.
Right there. We gotta go the coordinates, like the satellite shit. So I hear it and shit.
Yeah.
Like when we work on building stuff, while we're like building some of these like props or this shelving and stuff, we listen, we hear our shit back. And we're just there working and stuff, and we listen, and then we enjoy what we're hearing, because it's like, okay, like,
Yo,
we're having this conversation. Go ahead.
Nah, continue.
No, it was like, even in the background, like, you don't even gotta watch, and goes like, you could sense the energy of what's happening in here. The energy always in here is always like some positive shit, some fun shit that, like,
I feel it too, bro, and
like,
it feels at home, which is dope.
That's the best thing, like, anybody could tell a person about that. Like, if it feels like home, that feels like you feel safe here. You feel like this is like a part of you. Like, you could just go. It's like if you could go and kick off your shoes and just rest back and kick back, you feel like you home. Like, that's how I want you to do that, like, with conversation.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
You know?
That's a dope way of approaching it. At least for the people, the artists, the creative space that you created for them. That's a
Yo.
dope way.
And it's like, it's not, this isn't only just for like, anybody that's doing stuff like like art, like whatever. Because it's like, if you're doing your music.
It's all perspective.
Exactly. It's just, it's also, it's just like, exactly. Conversational art. That's what's happening in podcasting. It's conversational art. Like, yo, what type of, exactly. Like, you just want to be relatable. And you just, not even like on some like, you're trying too hard or like just trying to like appease. You're just being you and letting other people judge for themselves what they like or don't like,
Yeah.
That's basically the whole gist of everything right now. Like, if people could go and they hear your journey and they enjoy your journey, they're like, yo, fuck it. I want to see what the journey brought to you. What it put on your back, like what like the bad shit and the good shit help you be the artist that you are today.
Yeah.
That's the kind of, those experiences is what matter.
Those like, life-changing experiences stay with you for the rest of your life, and also create more space to
like
grow.
We're here, and like we already had those moments that like when we met in the gym, we were like, yo, what's up? Like, it's always like cordial and shit, and I go, we have those memories. I go, but this is a core memory for me and you now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's my whole thing with people. Like, I want to be able to have a moment that we're like, yo, remember when we did that shit? And then we did that, and like you go and you're like, yo, remember when you came to my show? I go, fuck yeah. And I had a good ass time.
Vice versa.
And I was like, appreciate it.
I feel like the moment that I'm having, obviously everybody has their own different moment, but the space you create, it's gonna be amazing for anybody's moment. It's really on them to, me and you have our own blessed relationship. I met you outside from here, but in general, you create such a great space, you and Steve, man. And which is the shit that I was also gonna like interrupt you earlier.
Do it. That's exactly how I didn't want you to miss out.
Shout out to Steve.
Shout out Steve. You passed the quota. That's Steve. Steve is gonna negate a couple of shout outs next week.
Yo, bro. No cap. I was talking to Steve during our little break, and he said me y'all know each other for forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's telling me y'all know each other forever. Yeah, basically been riding out for a while. He told me a little about himself. He was telling me that he started off with was it Steve? I know you recording this shit, but I forget. Was video first, and then he went into audio. Man, what put the battery in your back to do this? Like, what inspires you to just sit down and have a conversation with me? Facts.
So,
because it's a package. It's a package. You guys work really great together, which is dope.
I'm blessed to have good people around me. I feel like that. With good people around me, like that shit hits home. And with Steve, like
shout out to Steve.
Shout out to Steve.
Bing bing.
One more time. One more fucking time. Now do it loud. Do it loud. Do it proud. Now, I during the pandemic, I was thinking to myself, I said, yo, what is it?
That was a crucial moment for a lot of people, right?
Exactly. I go and I'm like, yo, shout out to the government for giving free money. Because it wasn't free. It wasn't free. Yo, bro, this inflation's crazy. $12 eggs, $1 an egg. Yo, making an omelet for a girl, yo, that's more than a dinner date. Yo, we're making an omelet, like something gotta happen, girl. ¿Qué está pasando? Yo, tres golpes para ti, tres golpes, muchacha. Tres golpes. Yo, what's happening? What's happening, girl? This Netflix and show better be lit.
I bought eggs.
I bought eggs, girl. What? You want egg whites? I know how to do that. Go ahead. Tú estás sanitaria.
These are organic eggs.
Yo, girl, the hens? The hens? Yo, these are free range hens, girl, that make these eggs. Fuck out of it. Nah, but to talk about me and Steve and shit, I was at a point that I was thinking to myself, I said, yo, what is it that I went, did a self-analysis, head to toe. Like, everybody should do that shit. I think, I don't know. Maybe
on your life, what you got going on.
Maybe one time a season, maybe every season. Spring, summer, winter, fall, winter type shit. You go, you kind of analyze where you at, where you came from, where you trying to go.
Yeah.
Always try to, I always think about having a checklist in my head of what the things that I'm doing that I'm doing that I feel it's good, that could get better, or that I could tone down. Just things, just always having an agenda about myself. You know what, maybe I gotta step it up more in the gym. Like I'm slacking there. Like maybe I could be more on routine, like more of my spot on with a schedule, or just things like that. Any little thing that could do like to make me better, I'm here for it. Like if you give me a book to read, like you tell me, yo, read this book, I'll dabble in it. Like if it helps you, I go, maybe it'll help me somehow in some way.
When you look at also the people that are recommending things around you, you're smart.
Huh?
Because you can't just take anything from anybody nowadays.
Nah, yeah, exactly. You can't. You just gotta, you decipher it from what you like, how you experience with you or with that person, whatever. If they give you good things or bad things, it is what it is. But I was self-aware. I went self-analyzed, said, yo, what am I good at? And I was like, I could talk to people, and I know how to make other people feel good. At the same time, it makes me feel good, making people feel good.
Well, then how does it come up with him? Because you guys knew each other your whole life. You was doing video. My son was about to make my next video.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steve.
So Steve. So like whatever. I was talking to his brother.
Yeah.
And shout out Los Boy Fresh. So we go, and I was like, yo, like I think I want to start a podcast. And then I was like,
so you planted that seed. He planted that seed, Steve.
Yeah. I was like,
it's dope. You see, this is the shit I'm talking about that you guys.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I said, you know what? Like, Joe Rogan inspired it. Because I go, yo, I'm here listening to him. I go, I'm enjoying the conversations, the people that he's bringing on. There's something I'm learning every day anytime he has somebody on. And I go, you know what? I think I could do that shit. I said, I don't see why not. And I spoke to Steve. I said, yo, I know you got a camera. My man, just let's shoot some shit and let's have a good time. And he goes, we can do a podcast, X. Like, I believe it. You can do it. He goes, but we got to do it right. And I go, you know what? Sounds good. Because everything I've done everything half-assed, to be honest with myself.
That's a good way of looking at it.
I go,
that's that self.
Yeah, it's self-awareness. I go, you know what? Like, I know I've always done things, doing things, but not knowing the end goal or like how to work harder on it or like just put the right footsteps to go somewhere.
For sure.
So, we out here, we're out here tit for tat, learning from each other, teaching each other, and working together and figuring shit out as we go along. And that's the best part of all this shit. Like, I'm learning from him, he's learning from me, and we're working on this shit together. And this is what we have now. It went from it was on that time like that, and I was just like, yo, like, and every second that we're together, the creative juices are flowing, and we already know what type of things we're trying to do in the next phase, the next phase.
On the same page. So
yeah,
it's just a constant snowball rolling downhill.
Exactly. And I know we're doing good things because people are excited for it. Like, like we haven't showed anybody a second of things.
You told me about this, man, that you haven't released.
I haven't released it.
By the time you guys see this, you might be.
Like, I think you're probably gonna see this shit. Yeah,
different. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing that also, like, I haven't had one podcast interview, video interview, any kind of interviews yet that are out there at least. What caught my attention from you guys, I haven't met you at the time yet, Steve. But,
Shout the fuck out to Steve. Shout out Steve. Shout out Steve.
But like what caught my attention is like with TPLS, the snowball we let roll down the hill, how far we have come. And also sharing the same journey when it comes down to our home base. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you guys got going on is just as possible as everything we've done. But it's also the platform with love that you guys created. This is my first time in this space. And I love it. I feel like anybody will love it. Absolutely. Just out of the hospitality, the free space to speak your mind and how you feel. But then that goes back to the art that you guys are creating, which is dope.
Yeah, man. Because it's like y'all always say, like based in the Bronx. I go, yo, guys, we have so much to offer people.
Yeah.
And we don't know it.
It's a fact.
That's the shit. We don't know it. Like, because we go and like, we have our self-doubts, our insecurities and all this shit. And it's like, yo, we just need somebody to be like, yo, nah, you're good at this. Do it. Yeah, you're going to suck that first time. Who cares? Do it again. Do it again. It's like dribbling a basketball. Nobody's going to be Kyrie Irving in the first day.
Even Kyrie Irving misses shots. Nobody's perfect. It's about what you love. If you love it, you're there for the L's and the W's both.
And the L's are not losses; they're lessons.
Exactly.
If they're losses, if you don't learn from them.
So your perspective and how you carry it.
So that kind of like
agree.
That thing is like, yo, I go and I'm like, I wanna shine a light on people that are doing things for themselves and for for others. Because I don't think if you're just doing things for yourself, it's kind of like you're cheapening things. Like, you know, like you came from somewhere, like, and that somewhere is what made you and bred you to be the greatness that you are. And you gotta pay that shit back, pay that shit forward. Cause it's like, if you're not doing that shit, you're not doing that shit for like everybody else, then like,
it's kind of like it's kind of like a disown to yourself. Like, you owe it to yourself to show yourself to people, like what you do, what you love. Cause it goes back to what you said earlier about like you sitting with your homegirl and like that post you had from TikTok and like, like just you didn't know it was gonna affect her that way, but you did it.
Yeah.
You don't ever know what you can do for others.
Yeah.
As long as it's positive, even if you're going through a negative time, you might be going through that negative time. Like me personally, I go through that sometimes. I'll have a shitty day. Literally, a friend will hit me up, and I might not even tell them what I'm going through. But we'll have either a regular conversation or they're having a shitty day conversation. I could shine in and be like, yeah, I'm having a shitty day too. I went through, you know what I'm saying? But instead of that, I'll do myself the favor of like not going through that with them. Fuck the shitty day. Let me just throw something else in for both of us.
Yeah.
That goes a long way.
It
you
does.
Know what I'm saying?
It does. Cause it's like, you know, we deserve to be able to like lean on each other and to be able to like to care for each other.
Sure.
Like, it's okay to vent on each other. Don't vent on somebody too hard though.
Yeah, there's a limit to that.
That's a thing. That's a thing that is like, yo, pero
bro, like,
I'm a muchacho. Like, every time you hit me, yo, tú estás con otro desastre. Like, like it's a fucking other disaster.
They pay therapists for that. You know, you could pay for that.
Exactly. I'm like, yo, I'm here for you.
I'm not a therapist. I love you to death. But you know what I'm saying? Or I might just like, yo, like, I don't know you. You're openly venting. Like, there's a limit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, damn, I start going back to what I said. I might be having a shitty day. That might be overbearing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, overwhelming. I might just be going through my own shit.
And it's okay. And
consider it.
Absolutely, man. And people deserve to be able to, like, you know, talk to each other. Like you said, lean to each other to an extent. And just be kind to each other. Cause like if you like fuck with your people, like they're gonna ride with you to the end.
Yeah, for
like
sure,
if you're going through the worst, through the best, like those are the people that you fucking hang your hat on and like be able to put an arm around their shoulder and be like, yo, we're out this shit together. Like we going through this storm together.
Yeah.
Like, and we're gonna survive this shit. We're gonna win this shit. Cause that's the only way like I could see shit. Like I would like for instance, like whatever. I wanna get like I see your tattoos and shit with the piano, cause that shit means a lot to you. Like I wanna get a tattoo. I wanna get an X-Men tattoo.
X-Men?
Yeah. Like X-Men, like
that right there. I peeped it earlier.
Hell yeah.
See how you like boom.
I'm like, and
that's
like
a classic one too, by the way.
Hell yeah. They're like my favorite like comic book heroes, like whatever. Cause
so
like,
was that you right there?
Yo, nah, that's Steve. Shout out Steve. Shout out Steve.
There you go.
Cause like, I talked about it and he made it happen for me.
That's my favorite shit too. Nigga, don't make me come behind this camera.
And I'm here like, yo, like, cause you know, superheroes by themselves, it's cool. I'm like, yo, but I feel like, you know, it's like the community aspect of things is always a thing that hits for me, like a team aspect in life. And like my whole thing is like I want the tattoo to be like all the X-Men characters and they're like going through it. Like they're in a battle.
You want them at the most pivotal moment.
At a moment that like shit.
Like, because that's the turning point, right?
Yeah, it's like, yo, we out. It's kind of like a microcosm of our lives and shit. Like all of us together in our hoods and our lives and shit, we're all going through something. But we could all go through it. Like we could all pick each other up together. Like we fight. We're fighting together. And I feel like that shit is an important thing to like show. Like, yo, we're down, but we're not out. You got to keep fighting. Always fight.
Only way to do it.
Hell yeah. So like I said, like we're here and shit. Like we fighting together, we hustling, we grinding, and I can't wait to see what else is in store for you going forward with
I have
the
a lot,
music,
bro.
bro.
I
And
can't wait for everybody to see it, man. I'm with my team.
yo,
TPLS, yo.
yo, talk about it. Go ahead, share all your social media, bro. Talk about that, and have a parting
TPLS
thoughts. Your parting
At
thoughts.
TPLS Ziggy for any platform, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, TPLS Ziggy. Have music out. Right now, I don't have a whole project out, but we're working on that. We have videos out. We have music out. Shout out my label mates, TPLS 7. Soon coming out with a couple of things. And Gabe Hustle has a lot of content out. Young Cat, watch out for the boy. If you haven't been watching, watch out for him.
That's
But
what's up.
in general, like, have a lot of things coming out. Surprises. If you've been out to the shows also, we have a lot of shows coming up. We have a lot of projects rolling now. And the shows, the one thing I want to leave with you guys, at least from my personal experience with TPLS, is an experience. You have to make it out. Whatever you heard on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, it's not coming out. Come out. Vibe with us. It's an experience. You'll love it. You'll love it.
Let them know, yo.
Facts.
Talk about like whatever. Anything you want to shout out to people out there in these streets to like give them a positive vibe before we go?
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to my borough, man. Shout out to every borough. Shout out to everywhere. But shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to you guys, man, for having us here. Yeah, the Bronx is beautiful.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's why they both start with B. Facts. Yeah.
Triple B. Yo, guys.
Hey, yo, hold on, I got one more.
Say this shit, boy.
Shout out to Steve.
One
Shout out to my boy
fucking
Steve. Shout out Excel, man.
Yo,
Let's Excel.
That's Excel, guys, yo. I appreciate you guys, yo. It's been a pleasure, yo. You already know, Bronx is beautiful. Like my people.
Outside.
Peace.
Yeah.
You already know.